Yeah, I remember this part. I remember walking over these stones. Like, oh, there's a bone of some kind. Oh, look at that one.
Apparently there's coyotes around, huh? Holy fuck, look at that. Lots of pieces. Wow. It's an ominous sign. Brought our knives.
Yeah, no kidding. I think I do have my Swiss Army knife. More bones?
Yeah. Big one. It's like that Monty Python thing there, you know, the bones littering the ground where that rabbit was? More over there. That's a big one also.
This is some great camera work here. Field in full view. Okay. I think we still follow the trail, but I kind of want to go that way for some reason.
I remember the place we camped was, the ground sloped down a little bit, and then it kind of opened up among some trees, kind of like behind the farm. In the middle of the night we heard some noises, some animals, and we took off with flashlights, and there were some rabbits, and we saw their eyes and shining at night, and they're around here somewhere. It could be just up here on the right. Somewhere around here.
Another bone. More bones.
It wasn't very far from that little rock, I'm sure.
Yeah? We've lost Ryan. He went back. Other humans have been here. I wonder if we're on the right path or not.
There's a big flat area over there.
You want to check that out?
Yeah, just right there and see what it is. It's gotta be around here somewhere. There's kind of some new trees back there. It could have been in among them. But those stones should still be there. That area back there felt right.
I know.
Right near that, where it first came into the woods.
It didn't feel like it was deep enough in the woods, though. So I remember that creek. It was like a little farther down the path. Yeah, this doesn't seem quite as familiar.
Back there really did.
Yeah.
And it's low here. Maybe it would run out.
Want to go a little farther?
Yeah, maybe.
Remember that bow I used to have? I used to carry it sometimes when I went to the chicken farm. I walked into a clearing and there were like 5 deer. And they didn't even see me yet. And I had arrows and everything, but there's no way I was going to be able to shoot one.
I don't remember anything happening with that bow when you shot it straight up in the air.
I lost the arrow too.
It plummeted. It drove into the ground about this far.
Oh yeah? Did we find it?
Right near where we were standing.
Oh, I lost another one. I never saw it again.
That one you fired straight up, and then we were standing underneath it, and it came down just over from it. In hindsight, not such a good idea.
There's a little creek here. I remember a creek, and here's a little creek of sorts.
It must have been back there then.
Yeah, totally.
Fucking mosquitoes back here, huh? Jesus. I need the old machetes and stuff.
I still have mine.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to mine.
These trees could have grown up.
Yeah, they're small. Kind of sick. Kind of slow.
Yeah, no, I don't think this goes anywhere. Alright.
This is where we were, right? Looking around? A minute ago?
Yeah, exactly. I think this would get my vote right here.
Yeah. I think this is. Because it wasn't too far from that rising ground back there, and it's about not far from the stream. I'd say right there. Looks pretty likely.
This is our best guess. But Hard to say.
That was erased all traces that will soon erase us.
Exactly.
Our legacy remains in this nameless field.
Amongst the rocks and the bones.
In the bones, yeah. Mosquitoes and fucking bones.
Ashes to ashes. No. Look at this. Getting eaten alive. There's blood on my wrist.
Wow.
It's from a bug I killed.
Back there was terrible. I think you could find that schoolhouse kind of ruin.
See, I think it's all over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
It makes sense because when we came in the path, all that way was all flooded. Remember that quarry that off the 401?
It turned out to be nothing much, but from the road, it looked really cool.
It looked like a mine
Yeah.
entrance, but further in from there, we found that giant fucking quarry.
Oh, yeah.
We went out on, there was like a tiny ledge you had to shimmy across, and then
That's
we
right, yeah.
chucking rocks down into the water. We were out there for like 3 hours throwing stones into the water, the giant one. And then we made our way back to the train tracks.
Remember that old deserted house there we
Oh, it's gone.
broke into? It's gone, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The foundations are there still, but I had something from that house for the longest time. A piece of something that I grabbed from it. Beware lest you hear the baying of the hounds.
Friendly or who knows?
Unfriendly, I could tell right away. I can sense it. We're checking it out.
I think it's just a pile of wood and crap.
That schoolhouse was there. This must be something they had.